Alright, I'm rebuilding the supercharger on my 98 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP. Basically, it's the coupler that goes bad, and this is how you know. And it'll sound like a rod knocking or somewhere in the lines of maybe a wrist pin acting up or something. It'll sound like that. And on the road you hear it just like, kind of like doing that at idle. And this is basically what you need. Everybody tells you to go to ZZP and all this other stuff. You don't actually have to go to ZZP for these parts. I paid 16 bucks for this, and that's what's bad. This is called the supercharger coupler. It's cheap. It's plastic. I mean, it ain't made of shit. But basically, all you gotta do is just take this neck off and replace that coupler, and that will be gone. Alright, now that I got the snout off, here's the inside of the snout. Right there. And we'll kind of set that off to the side. It'll stay. Shit. Hang on. Alright. This is what you're after right here. Look at the play right here. Not supposed to have that much play. Alright, and then basically when you take the snout off, the whole unit will try and come apart, which is right here where the blades are inside. You just basically get like a small flathead screwdriver like that, and you just barely tap in between here and the snout. Just lightly tap all the way like from over here to here, and just wiggle, and the snout will come out. I just had to move the alternator out of the way. Just 2 bolts on the back side, which are, I believe, 13 millimeter. And you just get a pry bar and you just pry back that way, and it's out of the way, and you're able to get all the bolts out. And there's all the location of the bolts. They're fairly easy to get to. Not too bad. They're not tight. They're not very tight. Excuse me. Basically, I'm gonna take that one off and get ready for the new one. And then boom, no play at all. And that's how you replace the coupler on a supercharger. Don't let people tell you that you need a new supercharger when it starts rattling. Don't let people make you believe that your motor is blown up and you need another engine. Just most of the time it's that. Alright, I don't have the bolts in yet, as you can see, but I've got the supercharger neck back on, and there is no play at all anymore. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. Now, what I did to make life a little easier is that the new coupler the holes are real tight. So basically, I put the coupler on the actual supercharger casing itself on the gear. I put it on first, and then I use some all-purpose grease, which is basically this stuff right here, and put a little bit on the studs on the inside of the supercharger snout, and then just basically aligned it like a wheel on lug nuts, or like putting a wheel on a car. You just line it up, and then I barely tapped about right here with my hammer, and just barely wiggled it, and it slid right into place, no problem. As you can see, it's flush.